I am so glad you are here. I'm Liz from Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis and at magusbooks.com. And it is Energy Sunday in my world. So I want to talk about how we hold ourselves and how that affects our energy. It's a really interesting part of meditation practices, magical practices, that how you position yourself matters. And I've got a really simple exercise for folks to try if you want to test it out for yourself. This comes from Belinda Gore's work on ecstatic body postures. That's the name of her book. And this is a book that looked at different positions of people in statues from multiple ancient civilizations from around the world and sort of grouped them. Said, okay, everybody's kind of doing this in these statues. Let's meditate in that position and see what happens for us. This was a group of experienced people who meditated regularly and frequently. And what they found was really fascinating. And I've got one of those poses for you guys to try. It's pretty easy, and it's a seated pose. Almost anyone can do this one. It's one of the reasons I like it, because some of the poses in that book are really hard to maintain long term, because you've got to hold something with your arm out or do something that is you can do, but maybe you don't want to do for 15 minutes or 20 minutes because it's just going to get harder and harder. I like this pose because it's simple. So give this a shot if you can. Find a place to sit down, feet on the ground. Take your right hand and put it in front of your knee, like you're wrapping the very front of your knee on your leg, which forces you to lean in just that little bit and twist just that little bit. And with your left hand, put your left hand on your left thigh. So your right hand's wrapped around your right knee, your left hand is sitting on top of your thigh, and just breathe. Just meditate. If you can do that for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that's fantastic. If you're not experienced at meditating, shoot for 2 minutes, 5 minutes if you can. Go for as long as you can and see what happens, because it surprisingly makes a pretty big difference in how you think, in what comes to you. And it suggests that when you're doing any energy work, any magical work, anything where you're trying to aim energy in any direction, healing or otherwise, that how you hold yourself starts to matter. That maybe once your muscles are used to a position, it works better to sit upright instead of slouching down. That standing upright can actually make a difference, not just in how your energy works, but even how you feel in your own self. So that energy position, again, just to test out this theory that how you pose yourself, how you position yourself when you do energy work matters, is a really simple one. I'm just going to repeat it because we've got some people join us. You're seated. You take your right hand, or your dominant hand if you prefer, and cup it in front of your right knee. You take your other hand, in my case, it's going to be my left hand, and I put it on top of my left thigh. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, calmly, meditate for as long as you can, and see what comes to you. And there's a really typical experience that's unique for everyone, but sort of stays within certain bounds. There's sort of a trend to the experience that people have in that position. And the same is true for a lot of these other meditative positions that Belinda Gore and her fellow meditating partners found when they played with these ancient positions from these ancient statues. So definitely, if you get a chance, try that pose because it's easy. Most people can do that one reasonably comfortably. And then keep that in mind if you're doing your Reiki work or your polarity work or any of your other energy healing work, that it might not be the best, even though the easiest way to reach the person is to lean forward. That might put enough pressure on your lower back to change how the energy moves through you. Even if it's not your energy and you're just the conduit for that energy, how you pose yourself, how you position yourself while you do the work starts to matter if you really pay attention to those subtle energies. So maybe if someone's on a massage table and you're doing your Reiki on them or your polarity work on them, you figure out it isn't just a good idea to use a stool for some of what you're doing, a chair, so that you are not stressing your own body out while doing this work, but also because the energy flows better through you. If that pain, say in your lower back, because you're bending over someone, isn't a factor. So something to play with your energy work, something to think about. I hope you guys have fun with it. In the meantime, on behalf of myself, Liz, and the rest of the crew here at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis and online at magusbooks.com, thank you so much for being your magical you and for doing, of course, the little magical things you can do here. You know what they are. They're the points, the shares, the likes, all those little magical things that you get to do. We appreciate them. They help us, they boost the algorithm and get us out to more folks, which we love. I hope to see you here at the shop soon or online at magusbooks.com. The QR code this time is for our website, and not meditation, energy work was a search I did. So you'll get a whole bunch of different perspectives on different kinds of energy work if you click through to that one. I also left the link in our comments. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.